Tonight, coronavirus myths. There's a lot of misinformation floating around. We're separating fact from fiction.
And 67 tons of stones. That's what's being used to reinforce Duluth's iconic lake walk as the third and final phase of reconstruction gets underway.
And later, getting around on two legs and two wheels. There's a new push in Superior to make the city more friendly for active transportation.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. We're learning new details about the two passengers who landed in the Twin Cities today that had contact with a person in Europe known to have the coronavirus.
The University of Minnesota says the passengers are two students who were traveling to Minnesota from Europe. They are in self-quarantine tonight after showing no signs of the illness.
They are being asked to self-quarantine for the next 14 days. Health officials will check on them periodically to see if symptoms develop. The health department says they have no concerns for the other passengers who were on the flight. However, if the two students do come down with the disease, all passengers that were on the flight will be notified. Meanwhile, tomorrow, Governor Tim Walz is set to meet Vice President Mike Pence at 3 p.m. to discuss their coronavirus response.
Meanwhile, out west, California's governor has declared a statewide state of emergency after California's first coronavirus death. And in the suburbs of New York City, at least two families are infected, forcing about 1,000 people to self-quarantine. This comes after a 90-year-old woman became the 10th person to die from the virus in Washington state. Vice President Pence says the government plans to expand testing and that coronavirus tests would be covered by all private health care, Medicare, and Medicaid. Earlier, the House also passed an $8.3 billion emergency spending package in response to the outbreak.
In Wisconsin, state health officials are briefing lawmakers about how to handle potential threats. While the risk is low in the state, lawmakers say they're getting a lot of questions, like what if someone catches the virus at school? How to help nursing homes? What if there's an outbreak at a state prison, and whether it could impact the tourism industry? Health officials say the state has enough resources to handle these possible scenarios right now. They also emphasized if the virus were to spread rapidly, the state can declare a public health emergency and get additional funds for immediate needs.
Regarding costs related to quarantine and isolation among people who are exposed and or infected with the disease. Well, the state has not concluded that there is a need to declare a public health emergency at this time, but it's important to know that this tool exists.
Only one person has tested positive for the virus in Wisconsin. They have also recovered.
Back here in Duluth, CBS3's Jenna Wells spoke with a local infectious disease doctor about what to believe and what not to believe as the coronavirus conversation and concern continues to spread.
Widespread concern about coronavirus is also causing a lot of conversation, some facts, some fiction. Dr. Andrew Thompson with St. Luke's says the biggest myth is that everyone needs to wear a mask.
Masks aren't going to protect anyone unless they have very close contact with someone who's ill. And most of the people who are going to be doing that are healthcare workers. And they also, need to be used appropriately, put on and taken off appropriately, or you can, get sick from whatever else you've touched.
Another misconception, that there's an at-home cure or intervention, like certain supplements, bleach, or even whiskey.
There's no intervention apart from common sense ones to protect yourself from coronavirus. Common sense ones being, don't touch your face, wash your hands, stay away maybe from large gatherings if there's widespread disease activity.
And another myth, a survey last month showed that 38% of Americans wouldn't buy this because of the outbreak. Corona beer has nothing to do with the coronavirus. What is true, coronavirus is an infectious, contagious respiratory disease. Symptoms are similar to the flu, and while there are far fewer cases, as of now, it's much more deadly.
The World Health Organization reported that there was a 3.4% case fatality rate, which is very high. That's much higher than flu, which is usually around 0.1%.
And we know we can take our own preventative measures to stay healthy.
The most important thing that is in our control is to practice good hand hygiene, respiratory hygiene. If you're sick, stay home.
Dr. Thompson says health officials in our area are working hard to stay on top of the disease. He says St. Luke's may be developing plans for patients with respiratory illness to be treated in a certain part of the clinic. So if you have symptoms you're concerned about, Dr. Thompson says you should call ahead.
All right, let's take a look at the weather. Dave, some flakes already flying for a few people out there.
Yeah, for a good chunk of the region, the lighter snows have begun, including in downtown Ely, where we'll take a live look at the scene that's happening at the intersection of Sheridan Street and Central Avenue. There it is. A little bit of light snow on the roadways, and one brave soul walking down the middle of the road. That would have been me 40 years ago, I suppose, so not going to give that guy any grief. Low pressure system pushing in, leading with this warm front, is kicking up upwards of an 80% chance for generally light snow from now through tomorrow evening, and it could add up to a couple of inches for some towns and maybe even more in the tip of the Arrowhead. We'll take a look at where folks are facing an advisory here in just a little bit, but our day planner for Thursday in general says out the door 60% chance for a mix, and same deal at lunchtime. Should be straight up snow when you come back home in the afternoon, and like I mentioned, in a few more minutes I'll show you a chart to see who's just going to get a trace and who might have to do a little bit of shoveling.
All right, thanks, Dave. A garage fire broke out tonight at the Highland Village Apartments in Duluth. The Duluth Fire Department responded to a call just after 8 p.m. Officials say the fire caused damage to one garage stall and several others sustained smoke damage. No one was hurt, and the cause of the fire is under investigation.
The man who hit and killed a toddler on an Iron Range highway has pleaded guilty. Jake Place entered that plea today. He was charged with criminal vehicular homicide in August. He hit 16-year-old Alexia Carroll, who was pushing her nephew, Logan Kleinert, in a stroller on the side of Highway 65 near Nashwauk. Carroll was seriously injured. Kleinert died on the scene. Place's trial is set for May.
More than 100 Minnesota veterans take their own lives each year. Now a partnership with the federal government is working to end the epidemic. Minnesota is taking part in the Governor's Challenge. It partners federal and state agencies to focus resources and education on ending veteran suicide. Governor Tim Walz says the state must provide our vets with immediate access to mental health care and build bipartisan support for this issue. Minnesota is one of 7 states taking part in the 2020 Governor's Challenge. If you or someone you know is considering suicide, there is help available. The National Lifeline is on your screen there. It's 1-800-273-8255.
This summer will bring the third and final phase of the Lake Walk reconstruction project. It will mean headaches and havoc for people and businesses in the Canal Park area.
To ease the stress, business owners say effective communication about the project is important for everyone. CBS 3's Emma Quinn tells us what you can expect.
In the coming months, construction on Duluth's Lake Walk will pick back up. This summer, the goal is to finish Canal Park.
Reproducing a similar kind of function on the shoreline using modern engineering and modern materials.
The goal is to reinforce the shoreline, 67,000 tons of stone.
Most of it's eroded away now, but we're rebuilding that shoreline with much larger stones to protect and to absorb the energy from the waves.
With construction comes road closures. Business owners in Canal Park are concerned it could hurt their bottom line unless they can spread a specific message.
We're hoping that with effective communication and marketing and promoting the idea that we are still open for business, people will support us throughout this process.
Business owners say there may be struggles down the road, but there is light at the end of the tunnel.
It's one of the best attractions for our entire city. Encourage operators to support each other and to get through this.
There are several smaller projects that will also begin this summer. Those projects are all to repair damage from previous storms. The city is still waiting on permitting to be approved for those.
Leaders in Ely are considering the future of the city's wastewater treatment plant. City officials held a meeting last week. The facility needs an update to meet recent changes in the amount of mercury allowed in wastewater. The city estimates the update will cost just over $9 million. Officials say most of the funding will come from state grants, and the impact on residents would be low. The Minnesota Pollution Control Agency says the facility must be updated by the spring of 2023. The city hopes construction will begin at the end of 2021.
Another person has entered the race for St. Louis County's soon-to-be vacant county board seat. Ashley Grimm announced her candidacy for the 3rd District today, which represents the western portion of Duluth. She currently works with the Damiano Center and serves as the vice chair of the City of Duluth's Human Rights Commission. She brings 13 years of experience in human services, education, and advocacy. The current seat holder, Beth Olson, is not seeking re-election. Now, Grimm lost a city council race in Duluth in 2019. She now joins ousted Duluth City Councilor Noah Hobbs as the two candidates vying for the seat.
UMD is working to shift the narrative when it comes to place and power. The university held its annual Equity, Diversity, and Multiculturalism Summit today. This year's focus was honoring Indigenous cultures. It looked at how the community can come together to better understand their relationships with power, identity, and place. Organizers say it's critical to have this conversation.
A day like this allows us to ground ourselves, to remember that it's more than just our work. It's more than just drinking a Coke. There are fundamental misunderstandings that need correction and fundamental relationships that need nurturing.
Kay Bean was the keynote speaker. She spoke about Dakota land and the reclaiming public spaces.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, how and why Superior is working to make the city more attractive to those getting around without a car.
56 is our record high from the year 2000. Well, maybe by the weekend we'll be close to 50 or so around here. But until then, we may have to deal first with a little bit of light snow. We'll talk about how much could come down in your town coming up after our break.
Mom, I'm here. Mom, where are you? Help. Mom?
Without emergency protection, you risk your life. But with Life Alert, one press of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-458-9565. That's 1-800-458-9565. Call now, 1-800-458-9565. For a free brochure, call 1-800-458-9565.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another year worrying about retirement, get a second opinion on your financial strategy. Let us answer your questions and show you how tax reduction strategies can benefit your retirement. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to download our free tax reduction checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 financial investment.
I protect this house every time I step on the ice. J3 Insurance protects my house, my family, and everything important to me 24/7. Visit or call J3 Insurance today and protect what matters to you.
New ownership means new inventory. Link Rec is having our Clear the Deck sale. $4 million of new and used boats, engines, and accessories must go. All discounted with savings up to $22,000. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime sale. Something for everybody, something for every budget.
It's our 80th birthday at DQ, so you're invited to celebrate with BOGO 80-cent Blizzard treats. Buy one Blizzard and get a second Blizzard for just 80 cents through March 15th. It's the ultimate party favor. Cue the confetti drop. By that, we mean M&M's, Oreo, cookie dough, BOGO, for just 80 cents. Whatever your favorite flavor, that's a Blizzard for you and a +1. DQ, happy tastes good.
Luck is on your side at Bad River Lodge and Casino. Earn rewards play at the St. Patrick's Day kiosk from 8 a.m. to 11:45 p.m. Enjoy the Monoman Restaurant's St. Patrick's Day buffet featuring corned beef and cabbage. And we'll see you at Bad River Lodge and Casino.
My 95.7 is the Northland's best variety all day. From Ed Sheeran and Maroon 5 to Lady Gaga and Bryan Adams. Always family and office friendly. My 95.7, your life, your music.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS3 Duluth. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, as we saw just a couple of minutes ago, the snow has already come down in towns like Ely, and from Ely in through Cook County in Minnesota. That's where some of the heavier totals could be with us here through tomorrow afternoon. In fact, the heaviest of the heavy might be along the shoreline of Cook County. Winter weather advisory in effect for that zone. 3 to 6 inches of snow possible. Similar thing could be happening towards Isle Royale and the Keweenaw. The rest of us, lighter snows, though I do think a couple of inches are possible towards the snow belt, but many of the rest of our towns maybe a trace to an inch or so, 2 if we push it just a little bit. So not a big, huge snowstorm, but still we have to drive cautiously when the snow is out and about. And the temperatures, they're about 33 degrees at the airport right now. Relative humidity is 59% and the southeast winds coming in at 11 miles per hour. Air pressure has come down a little bit since we spoke last at 6 p.m., now at 1,011 millibars. We do have an Alberta Clipper low coming in, so yeah, pressure should go down while that low pressure system is out and about. 28 right now, Watersmeet, a little bit warmer towards Ironwood. 34 from Ashland to Hayward, and even towards Solon Springs and Gordon. Cable's probably in the mix as well. Bumps up just a notch to 36 in Superior. And for Park Point, 30 Silver Bay, 34 Moose Lake, low 30s from Hibbing towards Grand Rapids and probably through Buell towards Mountain Iron 2. Cool spot, one of them, Ely at 27, 29 International Falls. Thanks to the cloud cover increasing, though, that's bringing the light snows here. I don't think temperatures are going to drop off very much. Should be a fairly mild night. So, as far as the snow goes, it's moved into much of Minnesota here, and at least a wave or two have come across Wisconsin and Michigan, and is adding up slowly. So it's not really horrible with totals right now, but they could get a little bit thick again in the arrowhead of Minnesota by tomorrow afternoon and for the snow belt as this low pressure system keeps coming by. But it should be gone by tomorrow night, and into Friday, higher pressure will start to warm things up and clear things up, and will be sunny and near 50 come Saturday. So 1 day of snow, 2 days of sun, both Friday and Saturday. But till we get there, we may have to deal with snow totals like this. Again, in the tip of the arrowhead, 3 to 6 inches possible there. For many of the rest of us, a trace to just 1 inch, and then into the snow belt. 3 to 6 is possible there as well. Forecast tonight, Minnesota. Temperature-wise, we are looking for a range going from 23 to about 30 degrees, maybe 32 to the south. Increasing clouds are already yielding a chance for snow. That's paying off for many towns, increasing into Wisconsin, Michigan as well, with the snow already coming down in little spits and dribbles here and there. Low temps in the low 30s. Tomorrow, daytime high temps 34 in the UP to 40 towards Hayward. 80% chance for a rain-snow mix. 80% chance for one in Minnesota, too, with highs there 34 to 39. Extended forecast, once the snow goes, the sun comes. Friday, Saturday, sunny. 35 Friday, goes to 48 on Saturday, and only steps back to 47 on Sunday. But the rub is, next low pressure system comes in the afternoon, and another chance for a mix and a little bit of snow will be with us through probably Monday afternoon.
All right, thanks, Dave. We're learning emergency crews are on scene of a single-car rollover crash in the Observation Hill neighborhood. Duluth Police, Fire, and a Mayo ambulance responded to the crash at West 1st Street and North 12th Avenue West. According to our CBS3 crew who was on scene, a power pole was struck and fell over onto a power line. Minnesota Power is reporting 10 customers without power in that area. They estimate restoration of power by about 11:45 tonight. No word on any injuries at this time. This is a developing story. Check back for more updates.
In Wisconsin, there's a push in Superior to make the city more pedestrian and bicyclist friendly. It's called the Active Transportation Plan.
CBS3's John Cardinelli has the story.
Sean Lynch has lived in Superior for 21 years, and he gets around without using a car.
Biking, walking, winter, spring, summer, fall.
A professor at UWS, Lynch says he faces some problems getting to and from work, especially in the winter.
It means I have to walk down Belknap, and many of the businesses along Belknap do not clean their walks. And this year it took a month for the city to actually clean the walks, so you could actually walk on it. And even then it was pretty sketchy.
And Superior's Mayor Jim Payne agrees.
Obviously, winter is one of our biggest challenges for active transportation.
Which is why on Tuesday, community members were able to stop at the Superior Library and give recommendations on how the city could better improve the active transportation plan, something that could start happening very soon.
Once the public and the city council are on board with this, we're going to get to work on this right away.
So that people like Lynch can get around town the way they love the most, feeling safe and comfortable.
Being able to be out is a big plus. And then it's a great area to be in, so.
Besides quicker snow removal, the current plan also calls for 8 new miles of sidewalk, mostly in areas near schools. There would also be more in the way of bike lanes. No word yet on a cost, but Mayor Payne says some grant money will be used. He hopes the council will take a look at the plan in the next few weeks. We'll be back after the break.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Extreme speed. Soar from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Extreme Wi-Fi 360. It's 360 degrees of coverage and a whole new way to Wi-Fi. Extreme power. Streaming so real you can feel it. Feel it. Extreme reliability. Because your life depends on it.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips Fruitwood Oak Cabinets in painted or dark shaker styles. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
At Super One Foods, we go to great measures to deliver you with top quality meat every day.
Try our Black Angus 85% lean ground round, only $3.49 per pound. And get Black Angus semi-boneless New York strip for only $6.96 per pound.
Plus, we provide the best of the best in fresh produce.
Get fresh asparagus just $1.99 per pound. And 4.5 ounces of superior fresh organic salads for just $1.99.
Through all that we do, we've got you in mind. Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
Honey, what are you doing?
Carpet's getting a little long. Tripping hazard.
With the penalty-free promise, auto rates never go up from tickets or accidents.
Seriously?
Don't find something else to worry about. Western National.
Your work is your name. You live by it. At Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment, we take our name, our work, just as seriously. John Deere excavators, skid steers, and loaders have the compact agility and big-time ability you need to finish the job. Comfortable, affordable, and backed by a 2-year, 2,000-hour full machine warranty. Standard. In-person service calls and parts delivery keep you work ready. Our techs are highly trained and incredibly knowledgeable. Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment. We make sure the work lives up to your name.
My 95.7 is the Northland's best variety all day. From Ed Sheeran and Maroon 5 to Lady Gaga and Bryan Adams. Always family and office friendly. My 95.7, your life, your music.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Northland, when you want the most new country, make the switch to Cat Country 98.9 KTZO.
Never met a girl like you. What makes you country?
#1 for the most new country.
Charge your phasers for Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Find heroes and icons only on My 9.
Link Rec is having our Clear the Deck sale. $4 million of new and used boats must go.
The shape of the Democratic Party and its race for a presidential candidate is becoming more clear tonight now that the dust has settled from Super Tuesday.
Natalie Brand is at the White House with more on the latest Democratic shakeup.
A day after a dismal Super Tuesday finish, billionaire Michael Bloomberg is out of the race to become president. He's now backing Joe Biden.
I've always believed that defeating Donald Trump starts with uniting behind the candidate with the best shot to do it.
The former vice president tweeted his thanks to Bloomberg.
We welcome all those who want to join us. And this is a movement we are building. It is a movement. And we need that movement to beat Donald Trump.
Biden bounced back big on Super Tuesday, winning 9 states, and he's the presumptive winner in Maine. Biden is currently leading in the delegate count, though California, the biggest prize of the night, still counting ballots. Senator Bernie Sanders is currently in the lead among Golden State voters.
My guess is that after California is thrown into the hopper, it's going to be pretty close.
After placing third in her home state, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren's campaign says she's reassessing and will have more to say in the coming days.
While primary contests across the country will continue through June, the president is looking ahead to the general election, weighing in on his Democratic challengers.
One thing this whole thing has shown, that you can't buy an election. It's a beautiful thing. I think Joe actually would have the advantage now. Had Elizabeth Warren endorsed Bernie, you're talking about a whole different subject.
Exit polling showed electability was a top priority for Super Tuesday voters, with Democrats saying they prefer a nominee who can beat President Trump to one they agree with on major issues.
And God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Neil Viersma is up next with sports. Stay tuned.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries including wrongful death, recreational vehicles, boats, and dog bites. Call anytime 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
My name is Dan Metcalf. I'm a general surgeon and a colorectal surgeon at Memorial Medical Center. I bring a new set of skills to Ashland, and some of what Ashland would allow me is a culture that is very patient-centered. That's a really important part of surgery or medicine in general, is really getting to know the people that you're taking care of. I get the joy of seeing patients every day and taking care of people every day and learning about their lives as well as fixing them.
Duke is a man of few words and many songs.
Let freedom ring. Gone country. Going down till the sun comes up.
It's 102.5.
I want people to tune in, and I want them to see a friend, because I'm a mother and I know how hard it can be. You're doing all these things and then you have the child and then no one talks to you about how lonely it can be. You know, who do you lean to? Who do you connect with? This segment is very important to me because I get to work, but I also get to work on my passion.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
What is the 2020 census? Every 10 years, the census records everyone living in this country. It's written in the Constitution and comes in a questionnaire that counts everyone who lives at your address on April 1st. The data can be used to inform funding for services like fire stations, schools, clinics, and representation that affect your community. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, it helped me pay for my house. Being part-time really helped because I could have some opportunities that were still in education.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
So I get up around 2:30 in the morning, making sure my baby is okay before I head out the door.
Still a little tough at times, but you know what? It's something I wanted to do since I was a kid, and I do it every day.
But I'm always asking questions. I want to get down to the nitty-gritty of, you know, where that thought came from, what happened, why it happened.
Living up here my whole life, I kind of know it could be very nice one minute, the next minute it's going to be thunderstorming, and you don't want to be caught off guard.
I can't picture myself doing anything else.
CBS3 Mornings with Leanne and Austin. Get to know us.
After a one-year hiatus, the Hermantown boys hockey team returned to the state tournament on Wednesday, making their 10th state tournament appearance in the last 11 seasons. The Hawks, the number 3 seed of the tournament, matched up with Monticello out of Section 5A. They don't mess around in the first period. Who else but Blake Biondi skating through the crease and scoring. It's 1-0 Hawks. Just before the end of the period, Joey Pierce sends one in front from the point. Turns out it wasn't a shot, but a nice pass to Biondi. He finished with a hat trick. 2-0 heading to the break. In the second, they keep their foot on the gas. Shorthanded Aaron Pionk with a beauty of a pass to Aiden Dowd in space, and he doesn't miss. 3-0 Hermantown, and as you would expect, the floodgates broke open late. Zach Kylan with a roof shot, his second of the game. Hermantown moves on with a 7-1 win. They'll play St. Cloud Cathedral on Friday in the semifinals.
This is the greatest, bar none, the greatest
youth sporting event in the country, so the world, and they get to enjoy every second of it, and that's what I'm excited about. That's why there's so much on this game. I was a little stressed on this one because they want to win a championship, and you want to enjoy this, and you got to get through the first one. So
exactly what we wanted, to get back here, and then obviously had to get here to win a state championship, and that's what we want to do. We don't want to just win the section. We don't want to just win quarters. We're here to win state. So.
Switching gears in prep basketball, a number of area section tournaments are in full swing. That includes in Section 7 AA, Duluth, Marshall, and Esco facing off in the semifinals. A tight game early on. Christy DeMuth drives through the lane for the easy finish. Back the other way, Hilltoppers standout Gianna Neepkins toughing it out, playing hurt with a limp, but she can still do this from the parking lot. That's toughness right there, which got the rest of her team going. Grace Kirk up to number 10. That's some kind words for the student section. 23-14, Duluth Marshall. Just before halftime, go long. Neepkins hits Kirk on the go route, hits the floater. They lead it by 9 at the half and hang on to win it, 50-46. In the other semifinal, Pequot Lakes in Virginia, 3 minutes to go. Blue Devils down by 10. Rianne Ani takes things into her own hands, scores on the drive. The Patriots knock down their free throws, and Ani, though, still going right back at it. But Pequot Lakes was too much. They take down Virginia 63-49. So it's the Patriots and the Hilltoppers on Friday for a trip to state. In the NBA, for the first time in almost a month, Bucks looking to rebound after a loss versus the Pacers. Second quarter, Bucks up 8. Giannis Antetokounmpo's initial shot is no good. He still comes up with a rebound and puts it right back for the dunk. 42-32 Milwaukee. Fast forward to the fourth, Bucks running away in this one. Sterling Brown with the steal, and Giannis with the flush on the other end. Bucks win 119-100. Second night of back-to-back for the Timberwolves hosting the Bulls. Closing seconds of the first half, Wolves running the fast break. D'Angelo Russell with the behind-the-back pass to Malik Beasley for the slam. 1 point game to the fourth. What a pass by James Johnson. He finds Russell for the easy 2. Timberwolves pick up their second win in a row, 115-108. Now that's all for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health, St. Mary's Heart and Vascular Center. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the U.S. Ask your doctor how to keep your heart healthy.
You already know that Cary Toyota and Superior is a great place to buy and service your vehicle. But we have a lot more to offer every driver and not just people with Toyotas. We have the Yakima line of products for the adventure seekers, including roof racks, bike and kayak racks, and cargo carriers. We also have running boards, bed steps, and Axis brand tonneau covers like I put on my truck. And for those of you who like a clean vehicle, we have professional detailing services and all-weather floor liners from Toyota and WeatherTech. Cary Toyota and Superior, we have something for every driver.
Water makes life possible on Earth and in our homes. Culligan conserves this resource with its high-efficiency water softener, the world's best because it uses less water, and that matters to all of us. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
Hi, Hunter Ellis here for Night Hero Binoculars by Atomic Beam. These binoculars let you see anything, even in pitch black darkness. Gotcha. The secrets are powerful wide-angle atomic beam laser that reveals objects up to 150 yards away, hidden by darkness. During the day, Night Hero gives you 10 times magnification. And when the sun goes down, press the Night Bright button to see clearly in the dark. Light up garbage-eating critters or spot thieves before they even get close. Call or click now and get Night Hero binoculars with laser illumination technology for just $39.99. You'll also get a protective carrying case, yours free. Order right now and you can double it. Plus, get our best-selling atomic beam flashlight, just pay separate fee. We'll even ship them to you free. You can get it all, but you have to order now.
Call 1-800-850-1828. That's 1-800-850-1828. Or visit ByNightHero.com. That's ByNightHero.com. Order now.
So with Dish, you get the Hopper, TV's most powerful DVR. It holds up to 2,000 hours. It holds all your favorite shows.
Fold in the raspberry cream mixture. Give it a jolly good turn.
Oh, this is the one where she makes the decorative fondant out of meringue.
What it does not hold
perfect.
Really, Clint?
It holds no judgment.
Love fondant.
Whatever your passion, record up to 2,000 hours of it with Dish. Tuned in to you.
Northland, when you want the most new country, make the switch to Cat Country 98.9 KTZO.
Never met a girl like you. What makes you country?
#1 for the most new country.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
All right, Dave, some folks are seeing snow tonight.
Yeah, we could see snow through tomorrow afternoon, and some folks may get more than others. The people that may get the most of all of this will be along the shoreline of Cook County and Minnesota. 3 to 6 inches of snow possible there. Most of the rest of us, maybe just a trace to an inch. Snow belt might be up there too, so drive carefully tomorrow.
Yeah, good advice. Thanks for joining us.